Fellas, we are here, a little over halfway through the season. Week 8 review and the Week 9 preview. Well, let's get it going. Week 8 review. We had Cobra whooping up on Cheeeesehead 164.12 to 139.36 as Cobra continues to maintain a healthy, dominant lead in the villains division. He is looking like the ultimate villain this season. Can he keep it up all the way until and through playoffs? Up next, Irish Goodbyes getting a dub over Zesty Williams 173.38 to 125.80. That's a little bit more like the scoring that we used to see from Irish Goodbyes. Could he be turning a new leaf, or was this just a one-time showing? Zesty Williams continuing to hang around. I know a lot of teams do not want to see him make the playoffs. And up next, a little Villains versus Guardians division action. Jay Resendez 3 164.92 defeats Second City Saints, who only posted 138.48. Surprisingly, not the lowest score of the week. Could this be a new leaf being turned over by Second City Saints? But the champ remains amongst the top. And the Patriot Way defeats your tribal chief 181.62 to 150.20. The Patriot Way continuing to show his domination that we have not seen in 3 seasons. We are seeing it this year in full effect. Will he ever run out of gas? Or will he win the championship this season? And in one of the biggest upsets, CeeDeez Nutz defeats Cero Miedo 148.48 to 119.58. That is now 2 in a row for CeeDeez Nutz. Everybody watch out. The dark horse has been awoken. And he is coming for everybody in the Guardians division. Yeah. Cero Miedo still looking to remain at the top of the Guardians division. However, the game of the week winner, CeeDeez Nutz, who gets on the board for the team banks. We now just have, if I'm not mistaken, 1 without anything in the bank. Highest scoring team, much like it's been all season long, the Patriot Way 181.62. He continues to score a massive amount of points consistently. And it does not seem like anybody is going to stop this man, this team. Highest scoring starter of the week, James Cook, 48.60 points. Owned by Jay Resendez 3, had a big help in Jay Resendez 3's win this past week. And some notable highs for the week. Jalen Hurts. We have a Waddle, Kraft at the tight end position, the Wizard of Boz as the kicker, and the Tampa Bay defense, who dominated this past weekend. Lots of points being scored by this group of starters, including our highest scoring starter, James Cook. Lots to help their teams put up the dubs. Bench warmers this week, Zesty Williams, Irish Goodbye to sit half the team. Second City Saints whole bench would have bailed you out. Sorry, wouldn't. Your whole bench wouldn't have bailed you out. Difficult week, nothing left on the bench for Cheeeseehead. Patriot Way just too much right now for your tribal chief. And Cero Miedo, if there was a quarterback super flex, you may have just won this past week. As you see the updated bank, CeeDeez Nutz finally gets on the board. We have Second City Saints and your tribal chief who still need to get on the board. The Patriot Way is absolutely dominating, winning just about every single week. And Jay Resendez 3 gets a couple of bucks for his highest scoring start. And now the lowest scoring team this week with 119.58 points. It is Cero Miedo. And that is a good transition to week 9. We have the rematch again. Jay Resendez 3 takes on CeeDeez Nutz. Rematch from the first matchup of the season. And now we are late in the year. The championship rematch. We will see. Jay Resendez 3 got the better of the last 2 meetings. We will see if CeeDeez Nutz can win his 3rd in a row this week. And up next, the Patriot Way takes on Cero Miedo 2. The top 2 teams in the Guardians division face off this week. And wow, what a banger. What a slobber knocker this one should be. Definitely keep an eye, maybe even 2, on this matchup, as we are going to see some fireworks, some firepower from both of these teams, both of these offenses. And Cheeesehead taking on Zesty Williams in a match that could determine the final playoff spot at some point. A much needed win for both of these teams, but only one can move on. Cheesehead with the advantage right now over Zesty Williams, but will Zesty Williams strike lightning, get lucky, and get a dub over Cheesehead? And in the other Villains Division action, Cobra takes on Second City Saints. Another warm-up week for Cobra, who seemingly has one of the softest schedules in the league. That might be put to the test come playoff time. We shall see. But this week, he faces a team at the bottom of the barrel. And we will see if he can avoid another upset this week. And our game of the week for week 9, sponsored by Unsanctioned Talk. As you know, gonna be a good one. Gonna be hopefully a great one. But in all fairness, to give everybody a shot at that game of the week, we had to do it. Somebody hit me with that drum roll, please. And that matchup is your Tribal Chief taking on Irish Goodbyes in cross-division action. Guardians against the Villains. Your Tribal Chief trying to get a dub to stay relevant. Although he might be slipping out of playoff contention, Irish Goodbyes needs a dub to keep his playoff spot nice and toasty and hopefully secure that all the way through. And now our weekly rankings, the Villains Division at number 1, staying at number 1, the Cobra. At number 2, shooting all the way up, Irish Goodbyes. Interesting. Sliding down to number 3 is Cheeeesehead after the loss last week. And same thing with the next team, Zesty Williams, sliding down to number 4, which means that there can only be one at number 5 who has been a consistent bottom feeder. Second City Saints rounding out at number 5 in the Villains Division. As we head over to the Guardians Division, the Patriot Way, who has been quite comfortable right there at the top of that division, stays at number 1. Number 2 will continue to be Cero Miedo, who is right on his tail, maybe a game or 2 behind, but a big game this week between the 2 of them could change that. Number 3, the reigning, defending, undisputed Guardians of the Gridiron Fantasy Football Champion. Number 4, moving on up with 2 wins in a row. Let's go, CeeDeez Nutz. And number 5, your Tribal Chief, who needs some work this week. to get back up there. Get back up there in the good graces of the ranking gods. As here we see the overall rankings, the Patriot Way taking over number 1, Cobra number 2, Cero Miedo at 3, Jay Resendez 3 at 4, Irish Goodbyes moving up to the number 5, Cheeesehead dropping down to 6, Zesty Williams dropping down to 7, CeeDeez Nutz climbing up to 8, Second City Saints number 9, and your Tribal Chief rounds out the top 10 this week. And as always, fellas, good luck to everybody. Let's enjoy some football this weekend and tonight, and let's fucking go!